Mehta, Encyclopedia of Literature, as a research associate at Gurukul Kangri University. Dr. Sharma is continuously dedicated to the promotion. She was honored by the Municipal Commissioner of Roorkee, Municipal Corporation, and the Directorate in Lucknow. She also holds key position in various social organizations, serving as the secretary of Aeronima, a thinking wave, the Roorkee sub-branch of All India Women's Conference, and as the district president of Sanskrit Bharati Roorkee. In terms of her family background, her family has been actively involved with the RSS, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, for 3 generations. Thank you very much, ma'am. Welcome you on this web conference, and our participants will get new visions, new sights through your expressions. And now I want to read the name of our participants for your knowledge. And title of the papers. And if the students are present there, they will show their presence here. Shagun Saini, From Vedic Women to Modern Innovations, Tradition, Transformation and Progress.
Present, ma'am.
Very good. Malik Farheen, Cultural Deviation and Modern Women in Indian English Literature, Tradition, Resistance and Redefinition. Malik Farheen. Gunjan Arora, From Well to Battlefield, Untold Stories of Women in India's Freedom Struggle. Miss Raza, Viksit Bharat at the rate of 2047 and Feminist Discourse, Reimagining Empowerment, Innovation and Inclusive Development. Miss Ikra Malik, Cultural Deviation and Modern Women in India, English Literature, Resistance and Redefinition.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Reshma, Media Handling of Women's Resistance, okay, in Mahashweta Devi's Draupadi.
Yes, ma'am.
Mamata, Women in Vedic Era. Sarita Chauhan,
Yes,
Status of Women in Medieval India. Mao Adhya, Empowerment Through the Ages, a comparative analysis of Vedic women and contemporary women's status. Dhamini Kumar and Rudrakshi Mahajan, Women's Safety and Challenges. Nazia Banu, The Impact of Workplace Harassment on Working Women's Mental Health and Well-Being, a Sociological Analysis. All the participants are present here. Ma'am, now we should start the presentation of paper. Bharti ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now give your permission, and we should start the paper now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes. After the presentation of every paper, ma'am, you comment for 1 or 2 sentences.
Okay, ma'am. One by one.
Yes. After the presentation of every paper, your comment will be 2 or 3 sentences. for the site for the information suggestion of that candidate.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Because experience holder, such a resource person will give some permission, some decision and some directions to our candidates. Because our candidates are students and research scholars, they will find new directions from you through your experience and through your suggestions, ma'am.
Fine. It will be my pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, first, I invite Shagun Saini to present her
Good
paper.
afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon. Now present your paper, start your paper.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Good afternoon, to respected teachers, and to everyone present here. I am Shagun Sani, an UG student from SSDPC Girls PG Degree College, Roorkee. Today, I am feeling honored to be here to present my researching thoughts on From Vedic Women to Modern Innovations, Tradition, Transformation, and Progress. This paper is an tribute to the extraordinary journey of Indian women from the revered Rishikas of the Vedic period to the pioneering scientists, entrepreneurs, and the leader of the modern India. As the Rigveda aptly states, Na strinam tu sankuchitam manah, na kanya tu heen buddhihi, means a woman's mind is not limited, neither is a girl of lesser intellect. From this ancient recognition of a woman's intellectual potential led to the foundation of the long and remarkable history of Indian women's contribution. Now, let's draw all of our attentions toward the golden beginning of the India, the time well known as for shaping the religious and cultural foundation of the India, the time well known as the Vedic era. Does this question ever echoes in your mind? If in the Vedic era, women could celebrated as the scholars, philosophers, visionaries, and spiritual leaders, then what the excuse does modern India have to still debating over the rights of the women's progress and their roles in leadership? But I will like to address that our Vedic era of India stands as the beacon in the gender equality about the ancient time. Such the great women like Gargi Vachaknavi and Maitreyi were not just some normal participants in the philosophical debates, but they were the intellectual torchbearers whose ideas shaped the philosophical landscape of that time. Gargi's profound query from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where her debate with the Yagnvalkyaka resonates even today. What lies beyond the heaven and what is beneath the earth? Tell me, O Yagnvalkya, by what is this world divided? Gargi was very interested. Such a great woman, Gargi Vachaknavi, was very interested in the cosmological topics, and this all shows her that how philosophical she was. As same as Maitreyi, Maitreyi's once quotation, "What should I do with that by which I do not become immortal?" These philosophical exchanges by the Maitreyi with the Yagyavallika shows her disinterest in the wealth and her more focus on the spiritual awakening and external knowledge. Our Vedic era was not just a chapter in the history, but it is a vision that how the gender equality can actually could be. It shows us, it proves us that how the rights is not the one we give, but the progress happen when we realize the rights which already exist. Now, as we move later to the fewer periods and now as the medieval age came in the frame, a question always came in my mind that did the history continue? Did we move forward to the progress or did we lost in the past? Did the society continue honoring the wisdom of the women, or did the society forget the very foundation of its strength? Well, the medieval age tells a different story, where the women's rights were changed with the restrictions, and a lot of restrictions were came in the women's way of the progress. Still, yet the women's recognized their potential and they decided not to be silent. Such the great examples like Razia Sultan. She was the first female ruler of the Delhi Sultanate. R.C. Mazumdar mentions about the Razia Sultan that she rode a devil, led her army, and she had the court in front of the whole her whole subjects, So that was our Razia Sultan, and the women's like Gargi and
Shagun, now conclude your paper.
Okay, ma'am.
Conclude.
As we going to conclude our paper, I will like to address that the one can't stand so far after being separated from its roots. So if as we are visioning toward the 2047 a Viksit Bharat, we must learn from our past, and we should remember that if the India was that much developed in the Vedic era, so what the mistakes have been happened in the medieval age, as we talk today about as we talk about today talk about to the reprogress again, and a woman is divine, and the lotus continually blooming even in the mud. So a woman's contribution can't be high for the India and the progress. So if we have to be Vishwaguru, my modest wish that we should respect women's and keep and focus on the things we have forgotten in the past. Very thank you to everyone to listening me patiently. Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Your suggestion is invited.
Thank you so much. My name is Shagun Seni, being the participant of the webinar on three rivers. Definitely, you have been talented. You have very nicely jotted down all the three periods as well as with the contemporary scenarios. I would like to put forward one more thing. As you have mentioned that women have been empowered since the period of antiquity.
Thank you, ma'am.
तो हमारे जो
मैम आवाज थोड़ी सी. थैंक यू मैम. Now I want to invite second participant, Malik Farheen, come on the platform and present your paper. Malik Farheen. Malik Farheen, is he present? Malik Farheen is absent. Perhaps he is not here. Meenakshi ma'am, check that Malik Farheen is present or not.
No, ma'am.
No. Then third candidate, Gunjan Arora, will present her paper from Well to Battlefield. Very good title. So I want to hear this paper briefly. Now present your paper.
Good afternoon, honorable guests, respected teachers and students. I am Gunjan Arora
UG student, SSGPC Girls College, Roorkee. Honored, Roorkee. Today, I am honored to present my research paper titled "Beyond the Will: Unsung Heroines and Their Leadership in India Freedom Struggle." सदा सचेतन स्व जागृत च भारतस्य संतति. India's history of freedom struggle is incomplete without the gorgeous stories of women who stepped out of their homes, broke societal barriers, and redefined leadership. These three we often read focuses heavily on male revolutionaries, but alongside them, behind the veil, in quiet courtyards and on the front lines, stood women who led with unmatched courage. They balanced family responsibilities, nature's patriotic consciousness, and actively shaped India's destiny. Savidya ya Vimukti, true knowledge is that which liberates. This is actually what these women embodied. Let us focus upon Gandhi mobilization and women as catalysts. Mahatma Gandhi understood the transformative power of women, and through non-violent resistance, splending charkha, packaging foreign goods, and participating in satyagraha, women found a culturally acceptable path to leadership. Nari tu Narayani, women you are divine. They were not just participate but divine forces infusing the freedom movement with compassion, strength, and resilience. At the moment, I wish to draw the attention of the learned galaxy towards grassroots leadership and economic empowerment. Post independence, women extended this leadership into economic movement. Ila Bhatt Seva empowered millions of informal women workers, building economic independence with collective power, as has been well versed. Vidya Dadati Vinayam, meaning knowledge bestows humanity, and it was this knowledge, both academic and traditional, that fuels their leadership. Now it's the time of the concept, regional movement and guerrilla resilience. And do you want now? And do you want know what is regional movement and guerrilla resilience? From Bihar's JP movement or Maharashtra's Shahada movement, women lead not from behind but from the front, proving that leadership exists not just in parliament but in villages, farms, and tribal lands. We have memorable past in form of Hada Rani, who served her own head to inspire her husband to fight for Mavor's honor. Marnam Sharanam Gacchami, meaning I embrace that has refused this spirit, sacrificing personally identity for collective honor and symbolize ultimate leadership. Then Rani Durgavati, the Gaunt queen, led not just with a sword but with building governance and welfare seamlessly. In modern India, Gunjan Saxena, India's first female Air Force officer in combat during the Kargil War, shuttled military glass ceilings. Dhairya Sarvat Sadhanam, courage is the universal means. I would also like to quote has constitutional advocacy and revolutionary spirit through Begum Aziz Rasool. The only Muslim woman in the Constituent Assembly shaped minority rights and stood for national unity. The Suhasini Ganguly, whose are rationally zeal and presences remain an untold chapters employs silent chords. And President Draupadi Murmu rise from a woman tribal village to become India's first tribal woman. President marks a historic moment where leadership transcends gender, caste, and class. Our women, our women are the solution, not a problem. In Sanatan Bharat, a woman is not a problem to solve, she is the solution. Our very DNA carries in her reservoir of positive energy. भारतीय महिला समस्या नहीं समाधान है. This energy has fueled Indian women to thrive, innovate, and lead despite barriers, be it an incident, Gurukul, freedom struggle, battlegrounds, modern corporate boardrooms.
holistic knowledge, a skill development. Knowledge today must go beyond certificates. It must be practical, human centered and skill oriented. ज्ञान का मतलब केवल प्रमाण पत्र नहीं बल्कि आत्मवेता की तरह ज्ञान, उस ज्ञान का मानवीय स्तर पर उपयोग भी है. Like the bee whose honey can be taken but never her heart of making it. Indian women have preserved their skills, wisdom, and inner strength even to shortest circumstances. Viksit Bharat 2047, Youth of Women's Sankalp. The dream of developed India by 2047 can only be realized when youth and women march together, powered
Now
by
conclude your paper. Now conclude your paper.
To conclude, we can say that from Hada sacrifice to Draupadi Murmu's rise to the presidency, the story of Indian women, the story of Indian itself, and a story of courage, intellect, sacrifice, and innovation. As we move toward Viksit Bharat 2047, let us remember Yantra Naryaste Pujyante Ramante Tantra Devata. Where women are honored, this are God's given. It's time to reclaim these forgotten stories, honor these heroines, and ensure that India's march to become a Vishwaguru is led by the combined strength of its women and youth. Thank you.
जगमहर गौतम जी इस लिंक में जुड़ गए हैं, वो सुबह वाली लिंक से जुड़े. जगमहर गौतम, सुन रहे हैं हमारी आवाज को? हाँ, जगमहर गौतम जी सुबह की लिंक से जुड़े, उनका सेशन अलग होगा. Yes, ma'am. Now I want to say something about the conclusion. I will say Vidya Dadati Vinayam. Baby, Vidya Dadati Vinayam, Vidya Dadati Vinayam. Dharyam Sarvatra Sadhanam. When we pronounce, our pronunciation will very suitable in Sanskrit, then we will kind of express the emotions and that thoughts which is included in that particular sentence. So Vidya Dadati Vinayam, Dharyam Sarvatra Sadhanam. This is modification there. And now, ma'am, I invite you to say something. मैम आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
आवाज थोड़ी.
Am I audible now? Am I audible?
Yes. Now
Yes, right now you're audible.
Okay. Actually, I would like to put my heartfelt wishes to the convener of this webinar. अपना सनातन देश भारत वो देश है जहां हमारे युवा दृष्टिकोणों से तोले जाते हैं, और इस वेबिनार ने हमारी जो यूथ ब्रिगेड है, जो यंग जनरेशन है, उसको एक दृष्टिकोण दिया मैम. और कम से कम एक दिशा में एक रोड मैप, यू आर प्रोवाइडिंग अ रोड मैप टू अवर यंग ब्लड. So it's really a very promising trial, promising effort, and these UG students are trying their participation for the very first time, though they are UG students, and they are on the way to be the research scholars. And Ms. Gunjan, as ma'am has suggested you that while we preparing something, we should pronounce each and every word, whether it is in English or in Sanskrit. So next time, when you will be the participant of the second webinar or seminar, just keep all these things in your mind. Otherwise, your paper has been very, very well versed. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next participant.
The title of Gunjan's paper is very attractive. From where to battlefield. Yes. Thank you for this.
Okay, thank you.
Now I want to invite Miss Raza to present.
Thank you so much.
With
Good morning.
Yes.
Good afternoon to everyone. Myself, Raza. I am a UG student from SSD Girls College, Roorkee. Today, I am honored to present my paper on the Viksit Bharat 2047 and feminist discourse, reimagining empowerment, innovation, and inclusive development. As we all know, the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047 aims to transform India into a self-reliant, inclusive, and innovation global leader by the time we celebrated 100 years of independence. But can India truly become developed if half its population means the women are left behind? This question brings us to the heart of my presentation: how women's empowerment, participation, and leadership are essential for achieving the dream of Viksit Bharat. Importance of women in Viksit Bharat 2047. The ancient texts of India have always celebrated the power of women. Yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra devtaha. Where women are honored, divinity blows there. From Gargi and Maitreyi in the Vedic era to modern leaders like Kalpana Chawla, Mary Kom, and Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, Indian women have proven time and again that their contribution can change and can shape the history. But the reality today still has many gaps, like girls dropping out schools, limited digital access for rural women, gender pay gap in workplaces, underrepresentation in leadership roles. To build Viksit Bharat 2047, these gaps must be filled with equal opportunities and inclusive policies. Historical journey of women in India. Vedic era. Equal partners in knowledge. In the Vedic period, women were respected and scholars, philosophers, and spiritual leaders. So, Gargi and Maitreyi participated in philosophical debate, like with sages showing and learning and wisdom had no gender. Medieval era, restriction and resistance. Unfortunately, the medieval era and period saw women's status decline due to rigid custom and patriarchal society. Behind every locked door, there stood a woman waiting to write her own story. Behind every locked door, there stood a woman waiting to write her own story. Brave women like Rani Durgavati, Mirabai, and Rani Rudrama Devi rose above restriction and made history. Modern era, from reform to revolution. The modern era saw women like Savitribai Phule, Pandita Ramabai, and Sarojini Naidu leading social reform and freedom struggles. Post-independence leaders like Indira Gandhi and Mother Teresa made India proud on the global stage. Contemporary achievements and challenges. Today, Indian women are excellent in all streams like science, engineering, mathematics, sports, and defense forces also. When scientists led Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan missions, showing that India's space dreams really on women's brilliance. Yet challenges remain. Digital divide. Many rural women still lack internet access. Economic barriers. Women face difficulties starting business. Social norms. Stereotypes often limit career choice for women. Government policies and NEP 2020. To address these challenges, recent policies focus on inclusive and empowerment. National Education Policy NEP 2020 promote equal access to equality education and digital literacy for girls. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao promotes girl child education and welfare. Stand Up India support women entrepreneurship. These policies are a step forward, building an inclusive Viksit Bharat where every girl gets equal opportunities to learn, grow, and lead. To conclude, I would like to say, from potential to powerhouse, we must not just empower women, but recognize that women are already powerful. India's future, its economic growth, cultural strength, social justice, and environmental sustainability depends on how well we value and nurture this power. The Katha Upanishad beautifully inspired this vision. Utthistita jagrat prapay vrani bodhat. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. The goal is Viksit Bharat 2047, and the path to the goal is paved by empowered women leading the way. So, as a young girl, I would like to say, I hope to see an Indian, every girl, where it's from city or village, has the freedom to dream, the tools to succeed, and respect she deserves. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Raja. Now I want to ma'am to give the comment about this paper. Paper is good.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
Am I audible, ma'am? Am I audible?
Yes, now you
Yes,
are.
ma'am. Yes, now.
आवाज आ रही है मैम?
Yes, yes, ma'am. बिल्कुल आ रही है.
Yes. Raza, you have jotted down. You have given a very good picture of a 2047 Viksit Bharat
Thank you so much,
in
ma'am.
the coordination of this webinar.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And next time you can add some more things, and you should be this much aware regarding the present or scenario, the latest policies that have been started already, like Startup India, Make in India. These all can be connected about for 2047 Viksit Bharat. So these types of connections and additions should be there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
थैंक यू मैम. अभी ज्वाइन करने के लिए मैडम ने लिंक भेज दिया है. जो इसमें जुड़ गए हैं, क्या नाम बताया मैडम? जगमेहर गौतम. जगमेहर गौतम प्रेजेंट है यहाँ इसमें. जगमेहर गौतम, आप मेरे आवाज को सुन रहे हैं?
बेटा तुम लोग के पास वो है क्या लीड? एयर डॉप्स है? किसी के पास नहीं है?
जगमेहर गौतम यदि मेरी आवाज को सुन रहे हो तो उनके चैट बॉक्स में भेजा गया है लिंक, उसमें ज्वाइन हो जाए, क्योंकि उनका सेशन जो है टेक्निकल सेशन पहले लिंक से चल रहा है, जिसमें सुबह जुड़े थे. सुबह से जो लिंक चल रही है उसमें जुड़े. यस मैम. नाउ आई इनवाइट Miss Ikra Malik, Cultural Division and Modern.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Good afternoon, respected teacher and dearest students. Myself, Ikra Malik, UG student from SSDPC Girls PG College, Roorkee. The title of my research paper, Culture, Deviation and Modern Woman in Indian English Literature, Tradition, Resistance and Redefinition. My effort is to put forward some queries. I wish to draw the attention of learned galaxy on some of the thoughtful points. First of all, what does it mean for a woman to refute tradition? Is culture deviation a rebellion or necessity for self-discovery? We all know that literature has long been a space where women have questioned, resisted, and redefined their identities. Women in literature have struggled between tradition and self-determination. This research examines how women's voices challenge patriarchy and their identities. I quotation Gayatri Chakravarti. She says, women's voices are often suppressed within dominant discourses, but literature offers space for their re-articulation. Let's see. Historical perspective, women's representation in Indian English literature in reference to colonial and post-colonial era. Woman as a symbol of virtue, tradition and nationalism. For example, Rabindranath Tagore, The Home and the World, Bimala's struggle between domestic duty and national identity. Tagore has well said, I would sacrifice my household duties for the cause of the nation, but where does my true duty lie? Secondly, in reference to post-independence 1915-1980s shift from nationalist rules to personal struggles, example Shashi Deshpande, that long silence explores in internalized oppression. Shashi Deshpande has will shade a woman's story is always a story of silence. Third, in reference to contemporary era 1919's present, women's narrative now address intersectionality, gender, caste, class, sexuality. For example, Arundhati Roy, the god of small things, women challenge social hierarchies. Arundhati Roy, given a quotation, they all broke the rules, they all crossed into forbidden territory. Now let's see literature as a site of resistance. Literature serves as a platform for questioning tradition and redefining identities. Mahashweta Devi Draupadi body politics as resistance. Draupadi has will said, "What's the use of clothes when everything has taken from me?" Now I am going to conclude my paper. Women in Indian English literature evolved from passive victims to active agents of change. Literature allows women to reclaim their narratives in a rapidly changing society. As Virginia Woolf profoundly stated, a woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction. Culture deviation is not just rebellion, it is self redefinition. Culture deviation in literature is just about breaking tradition. It is about creating new possibilities for women in society. Thank you, ma'am.
Very good, good presentation. Now, ma'am, give the suggestion about this paper.
Yes, Miss Ikra Malik, through your paper, through the women's narratives, you have given the real picture of society. But I would like to suggest you that you should read thoroughly some of the novels, as you have mentioned, Shashi Deshpande, Arundhati Roy, and Mahashweta Devi. So just go through the text, and after going through the text, when we when we write down something, and when we speak, when we just express ourselves, it means a lot. So try to just have a commitment with yourself that you will am I audible to all of you? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Yeah. So whenever you are going to present yourself, just make a commitment that we will go through the real text of the story, and today onwards this should be a commitment that you will complete one novel in 1 month at least, along with your NEP 2020 syllabus. This much is my suggestion. Thank you.
Very good suggestion and promise for the students. Motivation and so enthusiastic. Now I want to invite Miss Reshma.
Yes, ma'am. Good
Now you
afternoon,
present
ma'am,
your paper.
and my friends. Myself, Reshma, UG student from SSD PC Girls College, Roorkee, Haridwar. My title of my research paper, Media Handling of Women's Resistance, Mahashweta Devi's Draupadi. Women's resistance has been a central theme in literature, history, and contemporary media. Mahashweta Devi's Draupadi, a powerful narrative of define, mirrors real life cases where women's struggles are often misrepresented, erased, or sensationalized by mainstream India. This research examines how marginalized women's resistance is framed in India media, and explore how these representations influence social presentations by analyze cases studies like the Hathras gang rape 2020 and the Manipur sexual violence cases 2023. The paper critiques media's role in shaping narratives of oppression and empowerment. Looking ahead, 2020, sorry ma'am, 2047 as India envisions a future of gender equality. The study predicts how media, policy change, and digital activism can redefine women's agency. The research advocates of ethical journalism and an international feminist approach to reporting gendered violence, ensuring that resistance is recognized as a force for change rather than recruits to victimhood. Throughout history, women have fought against oppression, but how the media tells their stories changes how a society views them. In Draupadi, Mashweta Devi introduced us to Draupadi Mason, a tribal woman who refused to be a silent victim. Her resistance mirror real life cases like uh, uh, the Hathras gang rape 2020 and Manipur sexual violence 2023. The question is, does the media report these struggles fairly or does it silence and misrepresent them? As we look toward 2047, when India completes 100 years of independence, we must ask how media are how has media shaped women's assistance? How can and digital activism challenges based narratives? What will media representation look like in 2047? As Gloria Steinem once said, the first problem for all of us, men and women, is not to learn but to unlearn. It's time we unlearn media biases and rethink how women's assistant and is patriot. Women's fight for justice is not new. It has always been part for literature, history, and protest. In Draupadi refused to be silent, showing has resistance can be more powerful victimhood. Rani Lakshmi Bai and Savitri Bai Phule fought against colonial rule and patriarchy, paving the way for today's feminist movements. But even though women always restricted operation, mainstream media often ignores or distort their stories. As Master Devi herself said, Draupadi is not person. Draupadi is not a person, but a tribal truth. And that truth is that women's assistance is often hidden or received by media. How media handles women resistance. Media coverage of women's struggles falls into three main patterns. First of all, silencing their stories. Women from marginalized communities, Dalit, Adivasi, rarely get media coverage. The Hathras gang, for example, Hathras gang was intently ignored until report forced media attention. As journalist, we stand says the media in India is but only for who owns it, sensationalizing without addressing real issues. Instead of highlighting caste, class, and gender oppression, media focuses on victimhood and tragedy. For example, the Manipur sexual violence 2023, digital feminism challenging the narrative. Alternative media like Khabar Lahariya, The Wire, and feminism in India amplify women's voices. Movements like hashtag #MeTooIndia and hashtag Dalit Lives Matter have forced mainstream media to pay attention. As well, Hooks reminds us no woman's life is insignificant. Early women's voices deserve to be heard. The pattern shows that while traditional media often fails, digital platforms are helping women tell their own stories. How media can improve by 2047? By 2047, we must ensure that media reports women's struggle fairly. How can this happen? Ethical and fairly journalism. Journalists should be trained to report gender-based voice sensitively without victim blaming. Stronger laws for media accountability. Media house should be held accountable for misrepresenting women's struggles. laws should present victim blaming and false narratives. Should media as a tools for change. Platforms like Twitter and Instagram have helped bring attention to ignored issues. By 2047, digital activism will be even stronger, forcing mainstream media to report responsibility. More women in media. We need more female journalists, editors, and news anchors to change the way stories are told. If media gives women equal representation, their resistance will be no longer be silenced. Women's resistance is not interruption to history, it is to history. It is history itself. From Draupadi Mason Act defines it in Draupadi, who declare there is nothing to cover. What is there is crucial to real life voices silent by caste and patriarchy. The struggle remains the same. The media has the power of either erase to amplify this resistance. As Nandini Ghosh was reporting, rape without caste is not neutrality, it is caste ideos by 2047. Centralizing suffering to countering supervisor agency. The future of media must not just tell women's stories but recognize them as force that shaped history itself. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Now, ma'am, your
Yes, ma'am.
valuable suggestion is
Yes, ma'am.
invited.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ms. Reshma, your research paper has been a great highlight of the real life picture of media representation. Undoubtedly, media is a great source of awareness. We all know that, and sometimes, it does a lot. And sometimes it proves a great remedy as well. You have touched so many issues through different novels like Mahashweta Devi's Draupadi and so on. And it's a comparative study of, Draupadi in Mahashweta Devi's novel as well as Draupadi from the great epic Mahabharata. It's a good comparison. So you have also talked about the professional ethics as well. And as it is,
In Panchamank, my fluency in Sanskrit, where I teach in that language. So I'm very sorry to disrupt. In Panchamanke,
Your expression is very solid and very good. Now you can express in your language, which language is very suitable, very easy, very comfortable for you. You can use that.
okay,
Your
ma'am.
paper is in English.
Yes, yes.
And bilingual. We will accept that bilingual also.
Yes, ma'am. महाकवि भवभूति in पंचमंके यदा महायज्ञस्य आह्वान महायज्ञस्य यदा प्रिपरेशन भवति तत्र महाकवि भवभूति वदति प्रस्तौति यत् श्रीरामः सीतां विना यज्ञे उपस्थितः न भविष्यति तदा स्वर्णमयं सीतां निर्मापयितुं ततः निर्मापयित्वा तत्र यज्ञस्य स्थापयति तदेव यज्ञस्य समापनं भवति अत्र वयं द्रष्टुं शक्नुमः यत् वैदिककाले स्त्रीणां किं माहात्म्यम् भवति स्म तत्र equality and freedom for the female. Women enjoyed a relatively high status in society. They had freedom in decision making and their voices were valued. Participation in religious and social life. Women actively participated in religious ceremonies and composed hymns. Notable female sages like Lopamudra, Gargi, Maitreyi, and Apala contributed to Vedic literature. I want to quote here that one Rishika named Lopamudra, she done Shastrarth with Yajnavalkya about supreme truth, supreme reality, and she won in that battle. Participation in religious and social life. Women actively participated in religious ceremonies and composed hymns, marriage and family. Here I want to note, quote down that polygamy was the custom which was not preferable for women, it was for men only. So it is not the golden era for women in this aspect. The concept of swayamvar allowed women to choose their husbands. Monogamy was the norm, but polygamy was sometimes practiced in royal and higher level families. Education. Women received education in philosophy, theology and arts. They had access to the Gurukul system and could have become Brahmavadinis, and some were Rishikas also. The women who don't want to pursue in higher education, she will be the Rishika. Economic roles. Women engaged in agriculture, cattle rearing and household activities. Some were skilled in weaving and the other craft. Here I want to note that here I want to express that some examples from Abhigyan Shakuntalam. Tatra Shakuntala अपभ्रंशे श्लोकान् वदति, किन्तु राजा दुष्यन्त एवं च विदूषकः अपि तत्र संस्कृत माध्यमेन वदति. अत्र वयं द्रष्टुं शक्नुमः यत् तत् शकुन्तला अपि संस्कृतं वदितुम् एवं च पठितुं योग्या न आसीत्. तत्र स्त्रीणां कृते शिक्षायाः अधिकारः केवलं पुरुषाणां कृते आरक्षितः आसीत्. केवलं राजर्षीणां राजकीय कन्यानां कृते एव शिक्षायाः व्यवस्था आसीत्. केवलं केचन बालाः एव आसीत् येषां कृते शिक्षायाः व्यवस्था आसीत्. एतदपि भवितुं शक्यते यत् शकुन्तलायाः समये किञ्चित् व्यवस्था अपभ्रंशः जाता. तत्र एतस्मादेव कारणात् शकुन्तलायाः शिक्षायाः व्यवस्था
Now conclude your paper.
संस्कृत माध्यमे.
Conclude the paper.
Women had access to education and studied the Vedas. Many become Rishikas and Brahmavadini. They were trained in music, dance, and philosophy and welfare. Every drug comes with some side effects. So, like this was Vedic era, there were some good traits for women and some bad traits for women. Thank you.
Thank you, Mamita. Your paper is very good. And when we note the quotation, there should not be hesitation. Quotation is in which language we should express the same language, in the same language. Okay. Because language is not the boundary of our thoughts and knowledge. Yes. If your paper is in English, then there is no fault that quotations is in Sanskrit, because those scriptures, those books are in the Sanskrit language from where you are accepting the quotations. So the use of Sanskrit is there good, not bad. So there should not be hesitation that quotations in other language and paper is in other language. Your paper is very good. And now invite the suggestion of Madam.
Same here, ma'am. Thank you so much. Same here, ma'am. As convener, ma'am has suggested you, Ms. Mamta ji. Your paper has been a promising title, Women in Vedic Era, and through Bhabuti's Ramayana, you have been talking very much. And you know, we really feel pride that we are using Sanskrit codes, and it's it's our pride. So there is no issue if you are using. So next time, be confident and be expressive. Really, paper was very nice, and you have jotted down all the things very well. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we feel pride if we are using Sanskrit in our English paper. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite Sarita Chauhan to come and present the paper. Status of women in medieval India.
Good afternoon, ma'am. First of all, I respectfully greet to all honorable guests, faculty member and student. My topic is the status of women in medieval period. From ancient society to modern society, women have been neglected till the present day in society. The status of women have been changing from time to time according to the country time. The status of women started declining in the medieval period. This had a great impact on women as up to this period. Women was considered as second-class citizen of the society. They were considered inferior of men. The medieval period is divided into early medieval period and last medieval era. Early medieval period time 6th to 13th century and the last medieval period 13th to 16th century, which ended with the beginning of the Mughal Empire in 1526. During this period, women were facing many problems, including child marriage, Parda system, Sati, Johar, and ban to education of girls. They were prevented from reading the holy books. They were faces to the domestic work only. Apart from this, such factors were also impacted this period, due to which their condition improved. The major problem experiences by women in the medieval period highlighted the condition of women. It is necessary to gain knowledge about all these work, what women did from their safety. Among all this is impact to study the status of women in medieval period. This helps us to understand how women fought from this right and how they work to provide equal opportunity in the society. Step taken by for this section, government and non-government organization launched educational campaigning to raise awareness about the dangers of child marriage. The promotion of women education was one of the most powerful way to changing the condition. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sarita. Now I want to invite ma'am for the suggestion and feedback for the
Yes, sir. Yes,
presented.
Sarita ji, you have jotted down the real and exact picture during the medieval India. But we can, inculcate some of the suitable names, suitable narratives inside the paper. So next time, whenever you are going to touch these types of efforts, you can inculcate, some of the examples.
Yes, madam.
Because the time was short, so you may have skipped.
Madam, some first time participate.
Congratulations for your first trial.
Congratulations and best good presentation. First step is very important in any field. So there you are. This is your very important step, and you will present many and so many webinars, and will be expert in this field.
Yeah,
Madam,
Thank you.
definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you. Now I want to invite Mau Adhya. Mau Adhya will present paper Empowerment Through the Ages. Mau Adhya. Mau Adhya is present or not?
Not ma'am.
No. Then Dhamini Kumar and Rudrakshi Mahajan. Dhamini Kumar and Rudrakshi Mahajan.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, now you present your paper.
First of all, a very happy International Women's Day to all the women present out here. So today I, Rudrakshi Mahajan, and my friend Damini Kumari from Government College of Education, Jammu, is going to present a research paper on the topic Women Safety and Challenges. So here I begin. Let me share my screen. Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, screen is visible.
So I request my friend Damini Kumari to please begin. Damini, are you there?
Good afternoon, respected ma'am and my dear friends. Today I am here to present my topic, that is women safety and challenges. रुद्राक्षी फर्स्ट स्लाइड पे लेना. Okay. I will start from the quotation by Mahatma Gandhi. The day women can walk freely on the roads at night, that day we can say that India has achieved independence. जिस दिन महिलाएं सड़क पर स्वतंत्र रूप से चल सकेंगी, उस दिन हम कह सकेंगे कि भारत में स्वतंत्रता प्राप्त कर ली है. रुद्राक्षी नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे लेना. थोड़ा जूम करना, दिख नहीं रहा है. Okay. The state of women's safety and overview. जैसा कि हमें पता है, हमारे इंडिया में ऐसा माना जाता है कि जो वुमेन होती है वो माँ लक्ष्मी का रूप होती है, लेकिन फिर भी हम देख सकते हैं कि इंडिया में कितने सारे क्राइम्स होते हैं वुमेन को लेकर. वैसे ही यहाँ पे बताया गया है, वायलेंस अगेंस्ट वुमेन इज अ ग्लोबल क्राइसिस impacting millions and hindering progress. This presentation explores the multifaceted challenges women face in various spheres and highlights solutions for a safer future. It is true that women in India are given a place of Goddess Lakshmi in the Indian society. However, we also cannot ignore the negative aspect of women's position in India. In the Vedas, women are glorified as mother, who is the creator of life. But today, every day and every minute, some women, a mother, a sister, a wife, young girls, baby girls are getting harassed, molested and violated at various places all over the country, streets, public spaces, public transport, etc. have been the territory of women hunters. We cannot say that the women are safe in India by saying the last few years crimes against women. रुद्राक्षी नेक्स्ट स्लाइड लेके जाना. और प्लीज थोड़ा जूम करना.
Is it okay now?
थोड़ा और कर दो. Okay. Violence against women, a global crisis. 1 in 3 women experience physical or sexual violence in their lifetime. Second one is violence against women cost the global economy 1.5 trillion USD annually. Third one is femicide. 5 women or girls are killed every hour by someone in their own family. Next slide. Okay. Workplace challenges, inequality and harassment, gender pay gap. अब जेंडर पे गैप में क्या होता है कि वुमेन भी काम कर रही है और मैन भी काम कर रहा है, लेकिन दोनों को जो सैलरी दी जाती है वो इक्वल नहीं दी जाती है, तो यहाँ पे जेंडर पे गैप भी एक कारण बन जाता है. देन है सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट. 55% of women experience sexual harassment in the workplace. Then glass ceiling. Women hold only 28% of leadership positions globally. Next slide. Safety in public spaces, addressing harassment and fear. Over 70% of women experience street harassment in public spaces. जैसे कि अभी कुछ टाइम पहले ही एक केस हुआ था कोलकाता में. The horrific incident of the rape and murder of a trainee doctor in Kolkata has sent shock waves across the nation and again has drawn our attention towards the issue of women's safety in India. Despite advancement in technology and urbanization, women in India continue to face violence and discrimination. Then 62% of women feel unsafe walking alone at night. Safety concerns on public transit, especially at night, are prevalent. Next slide. Online safety, cyber stalking and digital abuse. Cyber stalking. 1 in 10 women have experienced online stalking. Online harassment. Women are 27 times more likely to be harassed online. Image-based abuse. Non-consensual sharing of intimate images affects millions. Okay, Rudrakshi, you can continue.
So our next topic is economic empowerment, which breaks the barriers to the financial independence. The first point is that women own 37% of business but receive only 2% of the venture capital. Second is the unequal inheritance laws and land ownership hinder the women's economic progress, which is very true in our today's era. बिकॉज जो वुमेन होती है उनको ज्यादा प्रॉपर्टी के लिए या ज्यादा लैंड ओनरशिप के लिए उनके लिए इक्वल लॉस नहीं है यूजली कंपेयर टू द बॉयज. एंड फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी प्रोग्राम्स empower the women through education, which is true in the context of financial literacy quiz or some programs related to the education which empower the women.
Now conclude your paper, Bitu.
Yes, ma'am. There are now healthcare access needs. First is the access to the contraception, abortion, and maternal care is crucial. Second is the gender-based violence, which impact the physical and mental health. जैसे आजकल बहुत सारे डोमेस्टिक वायलेंसेस होते हैं वुमेन्स के ऊपर. फॉर एग्जांपल रिसेंटली एक केस आया था, उसमें एक पुलिस ऑफिसर ने बताया था कि एक जो इंजरी का उनका फॉर्म भरा जाता है कंप्लेंट के लिए, उसमें इंजरी के कॉलम्स खत्म हो गए थे लेकिन उनकी इंजरीज खत्म नहीं हो रही थी. तो हम बता सकते हैं, इससे हम अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि कितने ज़्यादा डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस होते हैं वुमेन के ऊपर। Women experience higher rates of depression and anxiety. Through this, the domestic violence, women के ऊपर कई बार वो due to save their family reputation and other things, they do not complain in the police cells, by which there are many high cases of depression and anxiety. Preventive care, including the breast and cervical cancer screening, is very essential. Legal and policy framework which progress the gaps. First is the international laws, CEDAW, that is the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. They aim to eliminate the discrimination against the women. National laws which varies the levels of protection against the violence and discrimination. Advocacy efforts like the court organizations which work to strengthen the legal protections. Enforcement challenges which lack of resources and corruption and cultural bias hinders the progress. इसमें हम बता सकते हैं कि बहुत सारे करप्शन के केसेस होते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल कुछ पीपल जो रेप करते हैं, रेपिस्ट, अगर उनके पास कोई हाई पॉलिटिकल पावर है तो वो उनको ब्राइब देके पुलिस ऑफिसर्स को अपने केस को दबा लेते हैं, जिसकी वजह से जो वुमेन होती है उनको बहुत सफर करना पड़ता है. Community-based solutions which prevents and supports the women through education programs which promote the gender equality at a very young age. Sports services like the shelters and hotlines which provide assistance to survivors. Bystander intervention training empowers the individual to safely intervene, which means there are many education institutions which prevent the women from the rape and other sexual assault by implementing some policies. Community initiative like the neighborhood watch, in which society or a neighborhood, their community, they form some laws with the help of some education institutions or other organization to protect the safety of the women. Call to action, creating a safer world for women. First, the individual, on individual basis, they can challenge the stereotypes and intervene in some harmful situations. Second one is the organizational organizations like the educational organization, other institutions which implement policies to promote the equality and prevent harassment. Policies which strengthen the laws and increase the funding for the sports services, and collective work which work together to create a culture of respect and safety for all women. To conclude, I want to quote some words. To protect her right, we must to protect her right. Sorry, ma'am. To protect her right, we must we must help her walk freely at night. Thank you so much.
Good effort of both. Now, ma'am, give suggestions to my candidates.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Miss Damini Kumari and Miss Rudrakshi Mahajan. Through the paper, Women's Safety and Challenges, beta, you have raised, the complicated situation of society. जब भी ये बात उठती है कि हम कैसे और क्यों हो रहा है, तो कहीं से आवाज आती है कि कपड़े ऐसे पहने हैं, लेट नाइट जा रही हैं, लेकिन जब हम काम करने के लिए बाहर निकल गए तो लेट नाइट, चाहे हम क्लब में जा रहे हैं या लेट नाइट किसी मीटिंग में जा रहे हैं या लेट नाइट लौट रहे हैं, हम काम से लौट रहे हैं, तो उस वक्त ये चीजें ये प्रश्न सारहीन है और अतार्किक है. प्रश्न ये है कि कहाँ गड़बड़ हुई. प्रश्न शायद ये है कि कहाँ गड़बड़ हुई, और गड़बड़ कहाँ हुई. गड़बड़ हमारी परिवार व्यवस्था में हो गई.
जब से हम बाहर काम करने निकल गए तो शायद हम अपने परिवार के सदस्यों को समय नहीं दे पा रहे हैं, संस्कारों का रोपण नहीं हो पा रहा है। यदि हम अपने परिवार को संभाल कर, सहेज कर, संस्कारों का रोपण करके रखें तो शायद इस तरह की चीजों में इनकी दर कम आएगी, इनकी परसेंटेज कम हो जाएगी। हमारे सन 1835 में जिस समय औपनिवेशिक काल में थे हम लोग, तो लॉर्ड मैकाले जब यहाँ आए थे तो उन्होंने यहाँ का आकलन करके, भारत का आकलन कर ऑब्जर्वेशन किया और अपने एक डॉक्यूमेंट में उन्होंने मेंशन किया है कि भारत पर कब्जा करना और इस पर शासन करना तब तक मुश्किल होगा, इसकी जो धुरी पुंज है, जो इसकी धुरी है वो कुछ महत्वपूर्ण बिंदुओं पर टिकी है। यहाँ की परिवार व्यवस्था, यहाँ का आध्यात्म, यहाँ का आत्मबल और यहाँ की सांस्कृतिक विरासत। तो जब तक इन चीजों पर तुषारापात, इन पर कुठाराघात नहीं किया जाएगा, तब तक भारत पर कब्जा पाना मुश्किल है। आज हम जिन भी समस्याओं से गुरेज हैं, जिन भी समस्याओं से पीड़ित हैं, उसके पीछे कहीं ना कहीं हमारी परिवार तंत्र टूटा है, कहीं ना कहीं सांस्कृतिक हमारा तुषारापात हुआ है, कहीं ना कहीं पतन हुआ है। और इसकी वजह यह है कि काम करने निकल गए, लेकिन आज का दौर ऐसा है, काम करने के लिए निकलना आज का समय की मांग है। समय की धारा के साथ अगर नहीं चलेंगे तो लेकिन हमें बैलेंस करने की आवश्यकता है। आज हमें हमारी जो सांस्कृतिक धातियां हैं, पन्ना धाय और माता जीजाबाई जैसी, आज हमें ऐसी प्रबुद्ध महिला वर्ग की आवश्यकता है। हमारे घरों में जो हमारी बहनें हैं, हमारी माताएं हैं, यदि अपने अपने भाइयों को, अपने बेटों को इस तरह की शिक्षा देंगी तो शायद बाहर सड़क पर इस तरह की भ्रष्ट, जो विकृत तस्वीरें तुमने अपने इसमें दिखाने के रिफ्लेक्शंस दिए हैं, तो शायद उस तरह की चीजें निकल कर ना आए। तो हम सभी को इस प्रकार के रिसर्च पेपर से एक एग्जाम्पल लेना चाहिए और एक संयम और एक संकल्प लेना चाहिए कि हम अपने परिवार को समय देंगे, अपने परिवार के बच्चों को अच्छी कहानियां सुनाएंगे, अच्छी नैरेटिव्स। हमारे यहाँ अथाह ज्ञान का भंडार है और मैत्रेयी, गार्गी और क्या हमारे एथिक्स हैं, उनकी बात करेंगे। बस मैं इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू
Ma'am, I want to add one point.
हेलो।
थैंक यू मैम,
हाँ, good.
आपने सबको बहुत अच्छा सजेशन दिया, बहुत अच्छी राह बताई।
जी बेटा।
Now this is the last participant, Nazia Banu. Nazia Banu is present here. Nazia Banu?
No ma'am, no ma'am.
No. And Malik Farheen? Malik Farheen is also not here.
No ma'am.
Mau Adhya?
No.
Mau Adhya?
No, no, no.
बहुत अच्छा लगा मैडम के साथ ये सेशन करने में। अब मैं अपने जो है महिला प्रकोष्ठ की सदस्य सचिव श्रीमती मीनाक्षी सिंह रावत, जो कि शुरू से पूरे इसका मैनेज कर रही है, शुरू से जो है सुबह से सारे कार्यक्रम को बिल्कुल व्यवस्थित रूप दे रही हैं। मैं चाहूंगी कि वे पटल पे आकर मैडम को और हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को सबको धन्यवाद के साथ जो है अपनी अभिव्यक्ति प्रस्तुत करें। श्रीमती मीनाक्षी सिंह रावत।
धन्यवाद मैम। कार्यक्रम में आज चेयरपर्सन के रूप में हमारे साथ जुड़ी डॉक्टर भारती शर्मा मैम, मैं आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ और बहुत अच्छा लगा आपको सुनकर। और साथ ही साथ मैं बधाई देना चाहूँगी, क्योंकि मैं देख रही थी जो हमारे अधिकांश पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं वो यूजी लेवल के स्टूडेंट हैं और बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा था सुनकर। इतनी मैच्योरिटी यूजी लेवल में यदि बच्चों के अंदर है तो भविष्य कितना उज्जवल है जब वो एज अ रिसर्चर के रूप में फील्ड में उतरेंगे, एज अ एक्सपर्ट्स के रूप में फील्ड में उतरेंगे। तो अगर बेसिक इतना अच्छा है तो जब वो एक अच्छे मुकाम को पाएंगे तो अवश्य ही वर्ल्ड को कुछ नया इनोवेटिव मिलेगा। साथ ही साथ यह भी देखने के लिए मिला कि इंग्लिश में संस्कृत का जो टेक्सचर आ रहा था और जहाँ मध्य मध्य में हमारी जो इस सत्र की सत्र संचालिका हैं उनके द्वारा उन्हें करेक्ट भी किया गया। तो बहुत अच्छा लगा कि बच्चों ने अपने टेक्स्ट में संस्कृत को मिक्सअप किया हुआ है और उसके माध्यम से जो महिलाओं की स्थिति है उसकी चर्चा यहाँ पे की गई है और साथ ही साथ समस्याओं की चर्चा भी यहाँ पर की गई। मैं सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को बहुत बहुत बधाई देती हूँ क्योंकि आपके माध्यम से ही कार्यक्रम सफल होने जा रहा है। और हमारे साथ यहाँ पे राणा मैम भी जुड़ी हुई हैं। मैम के चूँकि मैं मैसेज देख रही थी, बच्ची ने लिखा कि आपके माध्यम से ही आपने अपॉर्चुनिटी मुझे दी है। तो शालिनी मैम तो सदैव ही, मैंने पहले उद्घाटन सत्र में भी कहा कि मैम समाज के लिए तो कार्य करती हैं, संस्कृति के संरक्षण के लिए कार्य करती ही रहती हैं, किंतु विद्यार्थियों को मोटिवेट करने में भी मैडम का अहम भूमिका है। हमारा जो नेक्स्ट जो सेशन चल रहा है इसी के साथ में पैरेलल, उसमें भी मैम के कई सारे विद्यार्थी पार्टिसिपेंट्स के रूप में अपने पेपर को प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं। और देखिए कितना अच्छा वो है कि मैम वहाँ भी देख के आई हैं कि मेरे बच्चे कैसे कर रहे हैं और मैम यहाँ भी आई। तो मैम, टीचर्स का ये भाव जब होता है तो विद्यार्थी तभी पनपते हैं और अब पता चल रहा है कि इतनी अच्छी अभिव्यक्ति बच्चे कैसे दे पा रहे हैं। आपको मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अर्पित करती हूँ मैम, धन्यवाद अर्पित करती हूँ। इसमें टेक्निकल
आपके माध्यम से मैं उन सभी का धन्यवाद करती हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद बच्चों, और आपका भी धन्यवाद, आपने उनको ये मौका दिया, ये अवसर दिया। धन्यवाद।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल मैम। और हमारे साथ टेक्नीशियन के रूप में हमारे तकनीकी संयोजक डॉक्टर सुशील कुमार चमोली जी का भी मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ। हमारे साथ हमारे विश्वविद्यालय के कई शोधार्थी भी जुड़े हुए हैं, रिकी हैं, प्रवीण बंगवाल हैं, उनका भी मैं धन्यवाद अर्पित करती हूँ। और अंतिम धन्यवाद अर्पित करती हूँ अपने इस सत्र की संचालिका मैम का, जो कि बहुत ही गंभीरतापूर्वक संचालन तो कर ही रही थी किंतु साथ ही साथ सुधार के बिंदु भी आपके द्वारा दिए जा रहे थे, तो आपका भी धन्यवाद है मैम। और डॉक्टर भारती शर्मा मैम से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि आगे भी हमारे जो कार्यक्रम होंगे संचालित किए जाएंगे हम लोगों के द्वारा, आप अपना अमूल्य समय हमें देंगे और हम चाहेंगे कि हम आपको और भी विस्तार से सुने और आपके ज्ञान का हम लाभ लें। तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैम। तो इसी के साथ मुझे लगता है बाइंड अप करते हैं मैम, अब 2 बजे से नेक्स्ट सेशन स्टार्ट होगा।
थैंक यू।
धन्यवाद मैडम। एक सामूहिक छाया चित्र हो जाए तो इसलिए वीडियो ऑन कर लेंगे, सब जुड़े हुए जितने भी अभ्यर्थी हैं वीडियो ऑन कर लेंगे। सामूहिक छाया चित्र, मीनाक्षी जी।
ओके मैम, शांति पाठ।
हाँ, शांति पाठ के साथ अब कार्यक्रम का समापन करते हैं। ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नमस्कार मैडम, सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।